we will have a wonderful session with our resource person today because he's always known to be an energetic personality. To introduce him, he is the Senior Relationship Manager and Agricultural Sector Expert at National Development Bank, a popular chartered accountant, and a proud product from our very own university, and a master's holder from University of Colombo, and a renowned lecturer. To introduce you, he is Mr. Nilendra Vithanage. Hello, sir. So, sir, it's a very good evening to you, and we are warmly welcoming you. And thank you for accepting our wonderful invitation. Humbly, because you accepted it with a very short notice. We would like to thank you before beginning the session, and it's over to you, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you, the team who have invited me for this session. And when I got the invitation from you all, I think I was much privileged. I think I thought I am a privileged person. So to come here in front of you and share whatever I have learned over the years in working in several organizations, as well as working for, I think, some of the leading Sri Lankan organizations, and share those thoughts with you all. And in doing that, students, first of all, I would like to tell you, this is very timely, right? This is very timely initiative that you have all taken, because this LinkedIn, right, as a social media platform, I think is now getting its momentum among everywhere, as well as among the professionals in our country, as well as throughout the world. So what I wanted to share with you in the coming about, let's say, 45 minutes to 1 hour, students and friends, is how you can manage your LinkedIn in a manner, right, that will assist you in promoting yourself, will assist you in promoting your visibility, right? I will teach you what is this visibility and make it a value addition to you. So just to start with, students, to tell you, there are numerous social media platforms available for us to communicate ourselves, to showcase ourselves, to show who we are. There are numerous social media platforms, right? You all know it. Facebook, you have Instagram, you have, I would say, TikTok, you have whatever, right? WhatsApp, you have everything. But students, the most important thing is that whatever we do should add some value to us, right? That is the number one point which I want to tell you. You do something that should add some value to you, right? Rather than wasting your time, rather than wasting your money, rather than creating a negative vibe about you, you have to use your social media platform, students, to showcase and to add some value about you. Because I will tell you why it's important. Because now you all, I think most of you are undergraduates, or I think most of you are sometimes working, right? You all are engaged in a very competitive environment, very competitive business world. You all are in a competitive place. Friends, if you go to an interview, right, there may be a number of people who may have much more qualified than you, right? Accept that fact. You got to accept that fact. There will be many people who will have experience more than you, who may have qualifications more than you. So out of that lot, out of that bunch, you got to showcase yourself. You got to market yourself. You got to have the correct visibility about you and get that correct dream job, or let's say get that correct dream position. So everybody has to have proper visibility about yourself, right? Visibility, right? You got to prepare a visibility about you. That's the word that I always trying to tell you, visibility. Visibility is a fact like this, right? Now, whatever you do, students, if you do it in isolation, and if no one knows about it, it's useless, right? If no one knows about it, students, it's useless. So what you got to do is you got to showcase that, because ultimately, students, if you don't showcase it to the outer environment, there will be no one who will be talking positive about you, right? Now, general fact is, in a place where we are absent, people will talk bad about us. Get my point, right? අපි නැති තැන ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ළමයි මිනිස්සු අපි ගැන හොඳක් කියන එකක් කතා කරනවා හරිම අඩුයි, right? That's quite accepted. That is this human psychology and human behavior. That's the human behavior. So if you yourself do not create a positive vibe about you, there is no one, students, is there in this world who is going to create that positive vibe. So I would say use your social media platforms to create that positive vibe about yourself. So in that, when doing that, students, there are, as I earlier told you, there are certain social media platforms that you can use. Facebook, students, is nowadays, I think, somewhat it is into general, it's a general platform where everyone is there. So much of, let's say, politically related stuff is there. So much of, let's say, I would say, time consuming, time wasting factors are there. And there were some studies where it says about 60% of what is going through Facebook is actually not true, right? So take Facebook out, right? Whatever you want to do in Facebook, do it. No problem at all. But Instagram, yes, it's another place where you can showcase yourself, but it's not that much professional. TikTok is there. That's, I think people use it for fun. People use it for leisure, right? It's okay. You have then Imo, right? People use it for communication. But the ideal platform you can showcase yourself is, students, the LinkedIn. Friends, it's the LinkedIn. Because the LinkedIn, it has numerous benefits. LinkedIn benefits. One benefit is, students, every time when you log into LinkedIn, you create that positive vibe about you, right? So the ultimate visibility about you can be derived from LinkedIn. Shall I share some experience of mine? Now, I had the privilege of working with some Indians, right, who were here to develop some sort of IT application, digitalization application. There were some Indians, right? Now that Indians, which I have worked with, they said in some job positions, the recruiters even move into people's social media platforms to do some background checking about them. Social media platforms. So students, keep in mind, you got to keep your whatever the social media platforms as much as professional, as much as harm-free to the society. That's number one. So before I'm moving on to LinkedIn, just few ground rules to tell you about what you got to do with regard to your social media visibility. Or the social media visibility, podi ground rules LinkedIn number one, never do hate speech in your social media. Social media will hate speech because it may sometimes backfire you. Backfire when a chance. So no hate speech. Hate speech in the spanning of, I would say, person's political motive, maybe let's say religious perspective, ethnicity perspective, sexuality perspective. Never use hate speech. Very important point number one, no hate speech in social media. The point is, students, you may type that particular thing and you may just move on, right? Type move. The problem is, without your knowledge, if a robotic software is searching about you for an employment position, right? Robot can search. Normally, for this employment background checking, they are now using robotic software. Robotic softwares. It's kind of a software which is developed, which is a robot, right? Now, robot doesn't have a human intelligence, no, it uses artificial intelligence. So what happens? Robot will identify whatever the hate speech that you have done or whatever the profile you have. So robot will scan it. Robot scan kara dila mai. Robot doesn't have the judgment. robot judgment එක නැහැ. So robot can't identify what is the situation that you have uttered this set piece. So sometimes it may be perfectly okay scenario where you have been subjected to some bad argument and you just returned by hate speech, right? But robot can't identify that. So at that time you are in a disadvantage. I know many Sri Lankan organizations are also using robotic software for their numerous activities. So I have a serious doubt that they will use robotic software to scan people's profiles in future as well, and still they are doing, and right now also they are doing it already. So very important, no hate speech in the areas of the which I have told you. Never do it. And as much as possible, keep them professional. Before moving on to LinkedIn, I'm saying this. If a professional තියාගන්නවා කියලා කියන්නේ අර නිකන් I just call it අර නිකන් what do you call not too much professional. That doesn't mean that you are so serious, right? So serious kind of a thing නෙමෙයි, but time to time share some jokes, share some what do you call maybe so whatever. But what you got to do is keep it so simple and keep it so kind of a way professional, but have your own sense of humor as well. පොඩි humor එකකුත් තියාගත්තට කමක් නැහැ. නමුත් ළමයි අර අනවශ්‍ය විදියට කට්ටියව subject කරන්න එපා අපහසුතාවයට. Don't put people into inconvenience. So keep that in mind as well. Number 2, right? Very important. And then next one. Remember, all your social media platforms are so linked to each other from your email address. Email address again, my social media platforms of common link pela tiyenne. So therefore, time to time, what you call change the passwords of them. Velawata lamai evai passwords maru karanna. Change your passwords. Very important. If you don't change your password, students, I don't have to tell you what will happen, right? What will happen? So change your passwords time to time. Have a very difficult password to track. Keep that in mind. And then now let's move on to LinkedIn. Api then LinkedIn ekata poddak yan. Right now, LinkedIn is your digital CV. LinkedIn එක තමයි ළමයි ඔයාගේ digital CV එක දැන්. Right? Very important. Now, good old days, I can still remember I had a bundle of my certificates. Mage certificates bundle එක තිබුණා, bundle of my certificates. So place to place, I was going hopping for jobs, right? අපි කියන්නේ job hopping කියලා, right? Hopping for job. With tie and all, right? Going in a queue. Then ඕගොල්ලෝ ළමයි අපි full queue වල දැන් ඉන්නවා වගේ ඉස්සර අපි හිටියේ job queue එකේ, right? So interview queue, I was there. So hopping for job. Now that was about the situation some 5-10 years back. Now it's not the case, students. LinkedIn is the perfect tool to attract that right kind of job, right kind of posting for you, right? So everybody maintain your LinkedIn in such a manner, right, that will be so professional. Like Facebook theory එක මේකට දාලා නෑ ළමයි. LinkedIn has to be professional. It has to be, right? It must be professional. So when you take your LinkedIn, ඔයාගේ LinkedIn එක ගන්නකොට, right, it must be your digital CV. ඒක තමයි ඔයාගේ digital CV එක වෙන්නේ. So what are the things that you got to share in LinkedIn? ඔයා LinkedIn එක කොහොමද හදාගන්නේ, right? I will show it from my LinkedIn profile through going through my LinkedIn profile. So until that time I will tell you, right? මම example එකක් විදිහට මගේ LinkedIn එක අරන් පෙන්නන්නම් ඔයාලට. So until that time I will show you what should be there in LinkedIn. Students, always in your LinkedIn, the profile picture, I will start from there, right? LinkedIn එකේ ඔයාගේ profile picture එක should be so professional. ඒක professional වෙන්න ඕන, උපරිමම professional වෙන්න ඕන ළමයි, right? It can't be the photo of your I would say, how do I say, it can't be the photo of your selfie. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගහන selfie එකක් වෙන්න බෑ ඕක. Can't be a selfie. And it can't be, let's say, a photo of where you are just getting up from the bed. දැන් මේ නිකන් උදේ පාන්දර නැගිට්ට වගේ photo එකක් වෙන්න බෑ. Can't be, students. It should not be. And it should be a well-dressed, well-groomed professional photo. So if you are a gentleman, තරුණ ළමෙක් නම් gentleman කෙනෙක් නම්, if you are a gent, right? If you are a gent students, your LinkedIn profile picture should have a blazer or a coat over your, right? Blazer එකයි coat එකයි එක අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම එක එන්න ඕන with tie and all. Because most of you I know today who are coming here, you guys are finance professionals, so have your LinkedIn profile picture with tie, blazer and everything. Have a gentle smile, body smile එකක් දාන්න නිකන් ඔරවගෙන ඉන්න එපා ළමයි. Should be professional photograph. And on the other hand, students, if you are a lady, ගෑනු ළමෙක් නා, right? If you are a lady, again very professional photograph, right? Photograph එක as ultimately professional වෙන්න ඕන. Now I have seen many of you, right, sharing LinkedIn photo with some events, right? What events වලදී ගත්තර හොඳ ලස්සන ඔය ලස්සනයි කියලා හිතන photos සමහරලාට දාලා තියෙනවා. That's good, right? That's good. It's so attractive. But what should happen, students, if it is there, right? See whether it's professional. ඒක professional ද කියලා බලන්න ළමයි, right? Sometimes if you are announcing or announce කරන photo එකක් නම්, it's okay, right? But let's say if you are with, let's say, several people and cropped photo and ඒ වගේ ඒවා දාන්න එපා ළමයි. Just don't do it, right? So very important. First thing, start off with your profile picture. වගේ profile picture එකෙන් start කරන්න ළමයි. Start from there. Have it so professional. Tie, coat, right? And good attire. Gentle smile on the smile like gun. Ladies also well professional. What do you call? Really made up hair. Modera konde hadala. Pilivelta. In the first photo should be like that. Photo should be like that. Because that's your first impression, students, right? ඒක තමයි ඔයාගේ first impression එක. Number 1. Then students, to move on to the next parts, right? ඊළඟ parts ටිකට move වෙන්න, let me share you my LinkedIn profile. මගේ LinkedIn profile එක මම ඔයාලට පොඩ්ඩක් share කරන්නම්. I will share my LinkedIn profile a bit to you. So from that you can gain a bit of an idea how it should be. Let me share you. Now when you see, this should be your, I would say, LinkedIn photo, right? Profile picture. And for your cover photo, students, for your cover photo, as much as possible, put some professional photo that should be related to whatever the field you are in. ඔයා in a field එකට relevant cover photo එකක් දාන්න බලන්න ළමයි. Now, since I am a finance guy, since I am a banker, I'm a finance personal කෙනෙක් නැත්නම් banker කෙනෙක් හන්දා, I have put kind of a tab and a pen and some charts and all. It is there, right? Then students, always in your LinkedIn profile, or LinkedIn profile like a method, right? Where do I say your title? Or title like dan හැම වෙලේම whatever the job that you are doing, right? If you are not doing a job, right? ඔයා job එකක් කරන්නේ නැත්නම්, if you are not doing a job, maybe you can put aspiring university student, right? අන්න එහෙම දාන්න පුළුවන්. You can put as aspiring university student, aspiring young professional, right? Kind of thing. I have seen some individuals, සමහර කට්ටිය මම දැකලා තියෙනවා ළමයි, for this particular position putting up ACA, FCA, BSc Finance Special, what you have done, whatever your degree titles, whatever your professional qualifications, as much as possible, students, පුළුවන් තරම්, right? As much as possible, limit them, because ඒක දැම්මොත් ළමයි වෙන්නේ ඔයාගේ titles මෙතන දාන්න ගියොත්, if you put your titles, it's like මෙන්න මෙහෙම අර military officer කෙනෙක් අර badge ටික ගහන්න යාගේ shirt එකේ අන්න ඒ වගේ ටිකක් පේන්න ගන්නවා ළමයි මෙතන ඔයාගේ titles දාන්න ගියොත් එහෙම, right? So as much as possible here, if you can put නැත්නම් මෙතන ඔයාලට දාන්න පුළුවන් business strategist, or maybe let's say aspiring university student seeking a future potential job to enhance career potential. Likewise, right? On a general term, I don't recommend you to put BSc Finance Special, ACA or ACMA. I don't recommend you to put them, right? And also students, you can see from your LinkedIn here, how many followers you have, right? So I have about 4,100 followers for me, right? So how many followers you have. And then students, what you got to do, you got to arrange your profile in such a way which is so professional. ඒකෙදි ළමයි ඔයාගේ about ගැන දෙන්න ඕන හොඳම introduction එකක්. Your intro is really important. Now see, read my intro, right? I'm taking my intro as an example, students, because I have created this with much of what you call research, and also this is not what you call highlighting myself, just to share my knowledge, right? I have to tell that as well. Otherwise, you guys will feel, right, this guy is just sharing whatever his credentials and all. Just I'm showing this just to show you how to align it, right? Now look at my intro. Now you got to also come up with this sort of an intro, right? I'm a chartered accountant and a senior banker with over 14 years experience in project lending, relationship management, development financing, risk management. And I worked as a unit head, senior relationship manager, and a credit analyst for corporate and business banking clients. Students, I think this has, from the first line, has given basically the best intro about myself. So when you read this, you know how much of experience I have, how much of years of experience I have under my belt, right? And what are the areas, what are the career areas that I have experienced? Okay, experience career areas, and what are the positions I have held. From the first line itself, I have cracked the game, right? Palaveni line එක මම crack කරා game එක. Now, if you are, මම නිකන් ඕගලන්ට suggestion එකක් දුන්නොත්, if you are, let's say, a university undergrad, what you can say, a university undergrad from University of Sri Jayewardenepura, having experience in areas of financial management and I would say volunteerism, project management, teamwork, right? Put it in that way. University undergrad කෙනෙක් financial management experience එකක් තියෙනවා. Then project management experience you have, volunteerism, this Japura Vikings, things like that, Rotary Club, Interact Club, whatever, volunteerism. Then having experience in that, and has played whatever the sports like this, right? So when the recruiter read it, students, recruiter make a kiyavanakota, when he is reading, he gets an understanding about who you are. Then students, next line, next part balanna, I'm approving credit facilities under my delegated lending authority. So people know that I am an approver. I am not just a person who is doing work. I am kind of a supervisor, right? Mama supervisor, approver. I'm approving credit facilities. So reader knows that I have some senior level experience. I'm approving credit facilities under my delegated lending authority. I structure credit facilities to the requirement of the clients. I visit clients periodically. So this shows what I'm doing, right? I visit clients periodically, evaluate client financial and operating positions, and aggressively canvass new business for portfolio growth and achieve targets. Students, look at this. I always work on portfolio growth and achieve targets. Isn't this important for the organization? I'm just asking from you. Canvassing new business and portfolio, achieving targets, is that important for the business? Is that important for the recruiter? I'm just asking. You can share your thoughts, right? That's definitely important, students, because businesses do not need another cost. Business වලට ළමයි අලුත් cost එකක් ඕනේ නැහැ ළමයි. Business needs people who bring in value, people who bring in money, right? So you should always showcase that you are a target-oriented, portfolio growth-oriented person. So from the first two paras, I have cracked the game, students, right? Paragraphs dekakin lamai mama game එක crack කරලා තියෙනවා, right? So now the recruiter knows, now the person who is recruiting knows that I'm a target-oriented person, right? then show, then බලමු ඊළඟට කොහොමද කියලා. See, presently I am managing a team of 5 relationship managers and 2 credit trainees for business banking client relationships for National Development Bank PLC. So I'm managing, this is my team. I am responsible for managing and developing business banking portfolio of approximately 9 billion Sri Lankan rupees, which is about 52 million US dollars, where each borrowing relationship is about 10 million Sri Lankan rupees, which is USD 50,000. That was around 200 rupees USD time. So, which is these numbers, students. So people know that I am managing a portfolio of around 9 billion Sri Lankan rupees, right? So when people sees this, when the recruiter sees this, he knows that I am a numbers oriented person, right? Whatever you do, numbers if you are unable to show that through numbers, you are useless, right? What a numbers are useless. So in your portfolio, in your about, in your intro of your LinkedIn intro puluwan tarang, if possible, numbers ටිකක් share කරන්න. Share some numbers of what you have achieved. Achieve කරමු numbers. So as a university undergrad, you can show your GPA. ඔයාගේ graded point average එක ඔයාලට පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන්. I am a university undergrad who is, let's say, pursuing a first class, right? And current my GPA is around 3.8, 3.9, whatever. I don't know whether your GPA. So show it your GPA. And I have about this much of A's, A pluses. Academic if you are unable to show that through academic, right? Show it through whatever the sports you have done. I have earned university colors, right? But university colors, school colors I have, right? Year 2021, games captain of whatever your university, games captain of your school, and this, and I have won these awards. Mama me awards win kalla diyana, right? Show it to the recruiter. So see, students, first I have shown the recruiter who am I, what are my experience areas, and then what is my team, mage team එක මම පෙන්නුවා. Then I have shown him some numbers of my achievement. Now when I show that I have earned numbers of 9 billion Sri Lankan rupees, which is about 52 million US dollars, තමයි 52 million US dollars කියලා කියන්නේ කෙලින්ම තෙල් නවක් ගේන්න පුළුවන් සල්ලි මෙයා. Generally fuel shipment is around 50 million US dollars, right? So that much amount of money worth of portfolio I'm handling, right? So when you show that, people knows that you are up on the game, right? Then the total number of relationships are well over 250, which ranges from small to corporate clients. These relationships represent service, blah, blah, blah. See next parameter. Showcase your talent. I have been awarded several times as a top performer and was successful in winning the award of best credit officer in the year 2016 in whatever the organization that I was in, right? So top performer, show that to the people. I have a combination of unique qualifications in banking industry, which includes ACA from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka, and also ACMA from SEMA UK. Likewise, I obtained my first degree from the prestigious University of Sri Jayewardenepura and BSc Finance Management, and my master's degree from University of Colombo, right? Students, that's how you showcase yourself. I wanted to give you that intro because, students, that's how you showcase this is your first impression. Meka tamai lamai oyaage first impression එක. Now this suits, if you can remember the first question that the interviewer asked him from you. මතකද ඔයාගෙන් interviewer අහන පළවෙනි ප්‍රශ්නේ? What is it? Can anyone remember that? The first question that the interviewer asked him from you?
Tell me something about yourself.
Yes, Malshi. That is the question, right? Tell us something about yourself. Now, this intro fits it all, right? So this is what you got to do, right? Make intro එක දෙන්න ළමයි ඔයාගෙන කෙලින්ම එයාට full idea එකක් ඔයාගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. And mind you, when you are doing that, don't try to boast now. Don't try to put bogus items. Don't try to put what you call fake awards, but don't try to put fake numbers. Don't put it, because if they are coming up with a robotic software, students, definitely you will get caught, right? ඒගොල්ලෝ robotic software එකක් ආවොත් ළමයි අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ඔයා අහු වෙනවා, because cross checking එතක වෙනවා. It will happen, right? Then students, your experience section, very critical and very important. ඔයාගේ experience section එකත් සෑහෙන වැදගත්. Show your experience from the very old experience to whatever your very recent experience. ඔයාගේ පරණ experience එක්ක ඔයාගේ අලුත් experience share කරන්න ළමයි. See how I did it. මම කරපු විදිය පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න ළමයි. Where I am, මම මෙතනම ගන්නම්කෝ. In my place, right? In my place of work, I joined my organization as a senior associate, right? In the year 2011. මම මුලින්ම join වුණේ ළමයි senior associate කෙනෙක් විදියට බොහොම පොඩි job එකකට, right? පොඩි මිනිස්සෙක් විදියට පොඩි job එකකට මම join වුණේ. So show them what you have done there, right? I did credit analysis, project appraisal, risk management, recovery, customer service. I had done that. මට මතකයි ළමයි මම join වෙනකොට මම customer service උත් කරා, right? Then even though I had a degree, right, I did customer service as well. No harm at all, right? So show that. ඒක පෙන්නන්න. So for you, ඔයා audit firm එකක වැඩ කරනවා. Now many of you will be working in audit firms now. So tell them that I joined an audit firm as a, maybe let's say audit associate. So audit associate, and whatever the work you have done. So financial statement analysis, transactions monitoring, let's say gathering audit evidence. I did all those work. Mama ඒ වැඩ ටික ඔක්කොම කරා. Transaction monitoring, gathering audit evidence, those kind of activities I have done. So from there, your next elevation, ඔයාගේ ඊළඟ promotion එක මොකක්ද? Now for me it's officer credit. So again I did credit appraisal, business analysis and accounting, auditing, monitoring of key performance indicators of the organization, banking operations, team building and recoveries. Now see students, now when you are going up in your career ladder, then recruiter make a dakin on, right? When he's seeing, now earlier you were doing some, I would say, very basic work, right? Credit analysis, project appraisal, those are into whatever operation type of work. Now when you go to officer grade, right? Officer grade in 2 years when you get promoted, students, you should showcase that you are now into some supervisory role. ඔයා පොඩි supervisory role එකකට දැන් ආවා කියලා පෙන්වන්නත් ඕන. So team building, recoveries, banking operations. So now you have team building sort of supervisor role you have came into. Then students, my next promotion, I became an associate manager in credit. So I was responsible for effective relationship management of a portfolio of customers, existing new, prepare new and renewed credit proposals, establishing and liaising with other departments, responsible for actively cross-selling and targeting for new business, actively cross-sell variety of banking products, including payments and cash management, trade finance, treasury. So show this. Mama lamai godak velawata marketing type වැඩක් කරා. I did. So I sold our organization's products to someone else. Mama mage organization එකේ services sell kara. So when a recruiter sees the students, he'll love it, right? He'll love it. He knows that being a finance person, mama finance person kenek unat, mama services ayatane vikunanawa. I am bringing in value, right? Mama value එක ගේනවා. Approximately 9 billion I have brought in. Mama billion 9ක් විතර ගෙනල්ලා තියෙනවා ළමයි business එක. So people know it. People know it. People love it. Recruiters, organizations love it. So when I up the ante, when I go top in my career ladder, I'm adding new and new skills, new and new, I would say, areas into my profession. Then I became a branch manager. Then students, where I have done different tasks, I have now better balanna mai then tika strategic deval angadeනවා, right? So I'm showing you how you develop this, right? Experience develop. Now, don't merely put operational stuff here. Operational stuff, show the recruiter that you are now handling some strategic stuff as well when you are growing up in the career ladder. I have mapped, map karala my client level, mapped all customer segments and business opportunity in achievement area of the bank, in the catchment area of the bank, across assets and liabilities, and develop portfolios over 100% achievement during my tenure as a branch manager. See students, right? So the method what compare, just compare what I have done. Now earlier, sorry, I have to remove this, give me a moment. Earlier, I was just now in year 2013, right? Year 2013, I was just merely a kind of doing operational stuff, credit appraisal, business analysis, accounting, auditing, just operational. But after about few years, in 3 years, now I am mapping clients. I am doing some strategic work, right? Mind existing customer, data mining, mama data mine kara, into increasing business through cross-selling. Ensured pleasant ambience at the branch and ATM that ensured customer convenience. Now, as a branch manager, those were our duty, right? Planned availability at branch and customer visits that ensured achievement of market. Likewise, students, show your supervisory qualities when you are going up. Experience supervisory qualities done. Many loopholes. Mama metana dapukapu loopholes in someone else, right? This is not the ideal one, but this is something which is manageable, right? What I have seen, mama dakapu deval tamai lamai kattiyage only operational stuff, but no supervisory role. Supervisory role, nah. So if you are into supervisory role in your organization, show that you have done it. Then students, when I go top further, then I became a relationship manager. As a relationship manager, my responsibilities involved soliciting new business, driving fee-based income, mainly through import and export services, advising customers on mitigating their interest and foreign exchange related risk, client advising, solicited, canvassed new business relationships. Likewise, students. When you go up, students, I'm just telling you, right? Is it operational stuff I'm showcasing, or is it value addition stuff I'm showcasing? What's your idea? Just, can I have your response? Is it operational or value addition I'm showing now? How about it, students? Friends? I'm showing more value addition now, no? Yes. Thanks for your response in chat box. Value addition. Thank you. Mama, value addition. Because students, organization doesn't need cost. The time like this, organization doesn't need passengers. Passengers, right? Passengers are the ones who just become a burden to the organization. Organizations need people with value addition. So when you are going up, show value addition, and gradually value addition, senior relationship manager, sector expert. Likewise, students, show your relationships, show your experience more effectively. That they run a experience side. So to sum up, experience side summarize. Start from your very old, start from your very basic experience. Or basic experience you can start karan lamai. Show operational stuff there. I have worked as a cashier, right? Mama cashier kenek vidiyata වැඩ කරා. ඔය මේ අස්සේ ඔට්ටු දාන තැන් තියෙන ඕගොල්ලෝ දන්නවනේ. What do you call this? What do you call sporting times kind of places? I have worked as a cashier. So if I had room, I would put that as well. Mama ඒකත් දානවා cashier කෙනෙක් විදියට, because those are the things. And the other point, if you did some voluntary work, ඔයගොල්ලෝ මොන හරි voluntary වැඩ කරා නම් you can put that as well. දැනට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මේව දාන්න බෑනේ. You don't have these kind of information. So put your, let's say, Japura Vikings president, Japura Vikings vice president. Show it. Japura Vikings ke president hoya, Japura Vikings ke vice president. Show that. Or let's say Rot Track Club president, or maybe let's say student union, you are the president. Show it, right? Then what lamai 80 ka pen agena show karanna puluwan oyagena score karanna puluwan lakunu, right? You can do that. Then on the other hand, that's your experience. Students, friends, then I wanted to show you how you post something in your LinkedIn. LinkedIn ne kohomada oya post karanne kiyala, right? How you post something. Now students, see what are the posts that I have done, right? Mama daapu post එක පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්නකෝ, right? Whatever the post that I have done. See, always students, LinkedIn is your place where you create that positive vibe. මේක තමයි ඔයාගෙන positive vibe එක create කරන තැන. The place where you are creating that positive vibe. So see some of the posts that I have shared, right? See this. Hope you can see it, right? So I put, I am a kind of a journal committee member in CS Sri Lanka, right? When you put it, so that gets a lot of attraction, right? එහෙම දානකොට ළමයි හොඳ ලොකු attraction එකක් ඔයාට එනවා, right? It gets you a lot of attraction. See, then students, let me show you, right? Something more. Some voluntary activities I have done. Mama dapu karapu voluntary activities. Then oya monawa hari deyak kara nan a voluntary activities. Let's say organizing this event, Japura Viking event, the voluntary activity. Now, if you are a banker, you are a catalyst in uplifting financial literacy of your community. Show it, students. Ek kattiyata pennanna lamai. Oya karapu de. Whatever you have done, right? So show it. Now all these create a positive vibe about you, right? And the webinars that you have done, the things you have done, some extraordinary stuff you have done, Amaru Deval, right? Show those as your post. Post with yet mevadan. Again, I'm reminding, I want to remind Kanwa, right? Yes, Janit is asking a question. Can I put volunteering based club positions under experience category? No harm at all, Janit. Definitely your volunteering activities, your club activities, your, I would say, that sort of extra activities you can put. Definitely under experience, you can put it, no harm at all. Right? So keep that in mind. Very important. And the post, right? Well, post with a very catchy tagline you got to put, right? Catchy tagline. Now see here. Now when I put this, fuel issue should not affect your reach to the client cycling to an electrical vehicle manufacturer. So this is the need of the hour, students, right? They make a need of the hour. So since it is the need of the hour, students, now as a person, I am willingly have participated in this. So show it. The me wage කාලයක ළමයි අපිට අවශ්‍යම දෙයක් ඉතින් මම කරාන ළමයි ඒක පෙන්නන්න. Right? Show it. Very important. Right? So then your education. ඔයාගේ education එක කොහොමද දාන්නේ? Now see how I have done. මම මගේ එකෙන් පෙන්නන්න ළමයි ටිකක් I have did some research on this and then I have done it. So now you can just easily follow my one and just do it in your way, right? So I have started from my school education. Mama mage school education again start kara from Manama College from year 1991 to 2004. So grade 3 passes, 3A passes, Colombo district ranked 3rd and Island ranked 17th. So activities I have done, the boxing, football, commerce society. So those are things I have done. Then I have studied in the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka. I am an associate member, show it students. Then at University of Sri Jayewardenepura, bachelor's degree financial management, which is second class lower. I was into rugby there at the university. Then Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, SEMA, I'm an associate member there. So what I have done there, right? where accounting, risk management, marketing, management, accounting, those were there. And at University of Colombo, I have got a grade in Masters in Financial Economics, which is in my Masters in Financial Economics, what I have done, right? So what I have learned there. From the bottom, right, from your school education, the water make from your school education up to your masters. Now, if you are still there, if you are still at the university education, you can stop it from there, right? Habai yoage achievements or product show karana, right? Wage achievements. Now, for me, from my school education, my achievement was Colombo district ranked third in A levels and country ranked 17. So that is my achievement. So show it. So when you show it, students, the recruiter knows that you are a target driven person. Recruiter dannawa lamai etakota oya target driven person kenek kiyala. Show it always. Eka හැම වෙලේම target driven කියන එක අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම පෙන්වන්න ළමයි. So when you see my profile, right, මගේ profile එක ඔයා දකින්නකොට ළමයි ඔයා හැම වෙලේම හිතනවා ඔයාට පේන්න මම ඒ සලස්වන්නේ I am a go getter. I am a target driven person, right? Mama go getter kenek, mama target driven person. That's what I'm showing, right? So as much as possible, do it, right? Then your skills, right? Always, students, ask your friends. Oyage friends lata kiyanna endorse yourself, endorse you for your skills. Oyage skills walata oyawa endorse karanna kiyala yaluwanta kiyanna, right? If you have financial management skill, if you have team management skills, ask your friends to endorse yourself. More the endorsement, more the visibility. Endorsement එක වැඩි වෙන්න ළමයි visibility එක වැඩි වෙනවා. So better to do that, right? Ask your friends, ask your colleagues to endorse yourself. So my friends have endorsed me for team management, team building, business management, right? So courses what I have done, the projects I have involved in, mama karapu projects monowada, my awards whatever I have, so put them as well. Whatever the languages I am speaking, right? Those are the things, right? So just to give you brief idea on those areas, areas වල ඔයාලට පොඩි idea එකක් ළමයි දුන්නේ. Then මෙන්න මේ section එක. LinkedIn jobs section, right? See this, very important. Students, this is also an area which I think you got to manage very effectively. මේකත් area එකක් ඔයා හොඳටම manage කරන්න ඕන, right? Which you got to manage very effectively. See, students, when you are managing this job area, right, job section, always showcase, right? Make පමණක් කියලා තියෙනවා මට ඔයගලන්ට පෙන්නන්න බැරි ඒවා, right? Those are so confidential. So you always design it in your settings, right? ඔයාගේ settings වල හදන්න, show it in your settings. When you get the job balance, you can select the country of preference of yours. ඔයාට select කරන්න පුළුවන් ළමයි country of preference එක job area එකේ. What are the country of preference? What are the job positions? මොනවද job positions ඔයා කැමති? Whatever the job positions you like, right? So based on that you can position yourself. Based on that you can design your jobs area. ඔයාගේ jobs area එක design කරන්න පුළුවන් ළමයි country එක විදියට your whatever your I would say title, job designation you can have. So I am a person where I'm always seeking for places like head of risk, head of SME, right? Things like that. So I have designed it in that way. So can we include our diplomas under education? Most of them related to our current profession. Hansini, no problem, right? You can include your diplomas as well. Our diplomas like let's say workshops you have attended, other experience category right? Under other experience, workshops attended, diplomas that you have done, projects you have done, right? Whatever the projects you have done, let's say some tree planting projects under projects, right? Diplomas done under education, right? No harm at all, ever done, right? Anivarama you should put it. So where should we put the certificate courses we completed? Certificate courses, maybe you can put it under education, right? No problem. Education, put it under education or other experience, put it there. No problem, right? Showcase it. No problem at all, right? Likewise, if you have any issue, any questions, students, right here you can clear doubts. And LinkedIn has, right, an area which calls skills assessment. Important. Now, if you do this skills assessment, make a job LinkedIn jobs tab. If you do this skills assessments, unfortunately, I have also not yet taken any skills assessment. But if you take this skills assessment test, right? Let's say accounting, for me, it's Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, Word, Outlook, Power BI, things like that, IT operations, right? If you perform this skills assessment, recruiters can see you more well. May skills assessments you will be popped up to recruiters more than the others. So that is also a good way of showcasing yourself. Skills assessment. So if you have time, if possible, do some skills assessments as well. Skills assessments, right? So maybe let's say they say check your skills level, answer 15 MCQ questions, score in the top 30% and get a skills badge, right? Score or skills badge. So recruiters will show you more, right? So they can have a good idea about you. Yes, Shabib, how to attach e-certificates or links? I will show you, right? Good point. So skills certificates, skills assessments, really important, right? So if you have time, right, or skills assessment skills badges get skills badges, really important. So that will serve your purpose, right? That will show recruiters that you have that particular skill. Skill endorse friends get that endorse from your friends as well, students, right? Very important. Let's discuss further. And students, your network, right? And you have settings are there, right? You have a resume builder where you can create your CV or a CV making, right? You can do that. Then students, your network, manage your network effectively. Right? Managing your network effectively. Always, right? If you are a job seeker, connect nam, right? If you are a job seeker, always make connections, right? Connections HR managers from head of HR, right? So send invitations HR managers send them invitations and get them accepted. Accept top company CEOs, right? CEOs invitations board members of top companies, get them connected with you. Now in Facebook, students, you can't do it, right? Facebook but here you can do it. Right? You can do it. So what you can do is send invitations HR people, right? Very important. Then only when you post something, they will see. Right? So very important on that. So showcase yourself to HR managers, get them connected. Audience build, right? Maybe let's say top company CEOs, top company, let's say board of directors, HR managers, recruiters, talent hunters, follow them, get connected with them. Really important. ඒගොල්ලත් එක්ක follow කරලා ළමයි connections හදාගන්න ඒක ඉතාමත්ම වැදගත් ඕගොල්ලන්ට, right? Right? So do that as well. ඒකත් කරන්න. මොකද මෙතන ඔයා දානේව කාට හරි පේන්න ඕන ළමයි, right? Whatever the post that you are sharing, whatever the things that you are sharing, people should see, right? මිනිස්සු ඒව දකින්න ඕන. And also people with your concern should see, right? So very important, that thing. So develop your connections as much as possible. Now good old days, right? Issara parana kale lamai, good old days, there were students areas where you could I would say you had to wait until how do I say, you have to wait until a cocktail or a cocktail එකක් කරන්න, right? You have to work, you have to wait until a cocktail, you have to wait until a party to meet a company CEO. Company CEO කෙනෙක් දකින්න ළමයි ඔයාට cocktail එකක් party එකක් වෙනකන් ඔයාට ඉන්න ඕන, right? Now it's not the case. Now you can meet your dream CEO, ඔයාගේ dream CEO දැන් ඔයාට දකින්න පුළුවන් ළමයි. Through what? Through, I would say, from your LinkedIn profile. So get the connection through that. Can we share the certificate? Yes, Rizan, you can share certificates, right? No problem, no harm. Then the mama wage connect lamai certificate share karne ka wadak nahi. But for you sharing certificates, it's okay. It's quite okay because most of you are just undergraduates, so just passed out, right? Me langadi pass out vecha naththam undergraduate kenek. So ඔයාලට certificate share කරන එක වැදගත්. So do it, no problem at all, right? So see, now when you see it, students, now here it's not like Facebook, right? මේක Facebook වගේ නෙමෙයි, හැමෝම තමන්ගේ achievements තමයි share කරන්නේ, right? Everybody sharing achievements, right? ඉඳලා Facebook වල share කරන කට්ටියක් ඉන්නවා, right? So see here. Now see, everybody here are kind of people who are with some amount of caliber, right? So that's what I wanted to tell you, right? මට ඔයගලන්ට පෙන්වන්න ඕනේ ඒකයි ළමයි හැම වෙලේම follow කරන්න, connections හදාගන්න HR කට්ටියත් එක්ක with HR individuals. Do that as much as possible, right? Do that as much as possible. Yes, certificates, you can scan it and you can attach, right? Or scan kalla attach කරන්න පුළුවන් certificates, no problem. Yes, Janit, I will come to LinkedIn messages, right? My messages වලටත් ඔයගලන්ට එන්න. Now let's move on to LinkedIn messaging. මෙන්න මේ messaging part එක කොහොමද අපි හොඳට use කරන්නේ, right? How we are going to use the messaging part. See, I can't show you the messaging part, but I can tell you what you have to do. Now, sometimes students, you have something to sell. What you know, monohari sell karana, right? You got something to sell. Let's say you got to sell something, and you are searching for a job. What job ekak search karna? At that time, prepare some sort of a standard message. I am a job seeker from University of Sri Jayewardenepura, and I have done this particular degree, and this is my internship experience. Meka tamai mage internship experience එක. And I have done these value additions at my internship place. So have a standard message, right? And you may, let's say, have some your very important qualities as well. Qualities දෙකක් විතරක් දාන්න. දාලා that standard message, if you are sending that to a recruiter, recruiter when you are recruiting, don't say hi, don't say dear sir, right? Don't show them that it is a standard message. tell them that it is a customized, show them that it is a customized message to them. ඒගොල්ලන්ට පෙන්නන්න ළමයි ඒක ඒගොල්ලන්ට customize කරපු message එකක් කියලා. So if possible students, dear Mrs. Gunasekara, dear Mr. Pereira, I am so and so from University of Sri Jayewardenepura. I have done this, right? Mama University of Sri Jayewardenepura එකේ මම මේ දේවල් කරලා තියෙනවා. I have done these stuff. So I am currently seeking for a better opportunity in a reputed organization where I can add value. So if you find a posting, please let me know. ඒ විදියට කරන්න. ඔය message එක යවන්න ළමයි. Right? Once you send that message, a message එක යවුවට පස්සේ, now this is all about canvassing something, right? When you send that message, after about 2-3 days, check whether that particular person has read the message. ඒ මනුස්සයා message එක read කරාද කියලා පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න. Whether that person has read the message කියලා බලන්න. Now let's say if that particular person has not read it, කියුවේ නැහැ කියලා හිතන්නකෝ. Right? If he has not read it, don't try to send reminders and reminders and reminders. Right? ඒ මනුස්සයා එක කියුවේ නැත්නම් එක දිගට reminders යවන්න එපා ළමයි, right? Don't try to send reminders after reminders because he has not read it. Let's assume he has read it, right? එයා ඒක කියුවා කියලා හිතන්නකෝ. And he has not responded to you. He has not responded. At that time, just send, hello, Mr. Gunasekara, right? Just checking whether you are okay. Just checking whether you are, let's say, fine, well, and healthy. Sir, I have shared you my CV, my information. If a position is available in your organization, kindly let me know. In a very humble manner, send your reminder. Don't tell it's a reminder. Ek a reminder kiyala kiyanne epa lamai, right? Tell him that you are searching for a job. If you have a posting there, please kindly remind me. Now assume if he has not responded to that as well. Ya ekat read kara හැබැයි respond kare naha. Are you going to again send some, what you call, some messages again? Don't do it. Then students, it will be bad on your personality, right? That yeah, එහෙම කළා ඔයාට I respond කරේ නැත්නම් ළමයි, right? If he has not responded to you, then students, don't once again send messages, don't send reminders. That's being a bit bad for you, right? You also have a good personality. ඔයාට personality එකක් තියෙනවා ළමයි. A personality එක තියෙන හන්දා, don't dilute your personality, don't tarnish your personality, just forget about it thereafter, right? ඊට පස්සේ forget කරන්න. If that particular person respond to you, එයා ඔයාට respond කරා නම්, right? Let's say hi, if something available in our organization, we will let you know. අපේ organization එකේ මොනවා හරි available නම් මම ඔයාට කියන්නම්. If that is the case, students, right, wait until he replies you again. එයා reply කරනකම් ඔයා පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න ළමයි, right? You wait until he replies to you again. If he replies you, එයා ඔයාට reply කරොත් okay, then start and just go on the response, go on your chat and whatever. If he do not reply thereafter, after about 1 month, I මාසකින් විතර ළමයි, I put a remind, I put a chat එකක් දාන්න, sir, it's like this, I'm still available for a suitable employment. If you have a kind of an employment, or if your friends have some kind of an employment, just let me know. Just let me know. That's enough, right? That's enough. In the meantime, if you have added any more qualification, අතරතුර කාර්යයේදී ඔයාට තව මොන හරි qualifications එකක් add වුණා නම් ළමයි, tell him that as well. එයාට ඒකත් කියන්න. Tell him that as well. So during the time from my last message to today, sir, I have done this particular certificate course where I have had a merit pass. මම මේ certificate course එක කරා, මට මේකේ merit pass එකක් තිබුණා. So sir, now I am more employable. So if you have any kind of a posting, kindly let me know. And ඒ වගේ ළමයි message එකක් දාන්න, right? Do it in that way. In LinkedIn job students, you can attach your CV. Jobs wala lamai oata wage CV එක attach කරන්න පුළුවන්. So attach your professional CV. ඔයාගේ professional CV එකත් attach කරන්න මේකට. Right? Now that also you can do. So that type of work you can do. Right? So I have talked about for about 1 hour. මම පැයක් විතර දැන් කතා කරලා ළමයි. Right friends? So if you have any queries, any doubts or whatever, right, please let me know right now. Because students, I have shared these things from my actual LinkedIn profile. Mage LinkedIn profile එකේ මම ඔයාලට මේක share කරේ. So this is not anything what you call which is out of the scope, which is I have taken from straight away from my profile, where now you have a benchmark where you can now work on as well.
So sir, I'm truly thanking you again. And I'm thanking for the amazing audience we had today for the session, because they're really interactive, asking all the doubts rather than just listening. So thank you all for being a very wonderful audience today.